a home in California as well as up in Lake Tahoe. So we would travel up there every summer. And one day I was visiting a neighbor across the street and with my mom. And we got talking about, I had always wanted to go forever on this trail ride that started at Placerville and went down to from Lake Tahoe to Placerville. And I was always so excited about wanting to go on that trail ride. And I would never be allowed because my mom had said no. And you didn't talk about it anymore. She said no, finished, couldn't go. And I was so mad. And so when we were here visiting the neighbor, and we were talking, and all of a sudden the neighbor said something about, oh, yeah, and I've got some friends that are going to go on this trail ride, you know. And I thought, maybe if she knows there's some friends. And so I started saying, couldn't I, yeah. And then they started talking more about it, and I was thinking, oh boy, here's the chance, you know. And then there's a knock at the door, and it's him and his mother. And they came to visit, and they knew the same lady apparently, and they came in and everybody starts talking, and I'm like, hurry up, let's just go back to the subject. I want to hurry up back to my horse stuff. And as I did, they, all of a sudden, just out of the blue, my mom just turns to Glenn and she says, Glenn, what would you think about letting my daughter go on that trail ride? And he said, I wouldn't let my daughter go on a drunken brawl like that. And that ended the conversation, and I was out of there. I went out there and slammed that door. I was so mad I couldn't believe it. Yeah, that was the first day I saw him.
Every place they'd stop, about every 20 miles down the highway, they'd have these great big parties, and all the booze and the dancing and just all kinds of fun things going on. And I'd take my trumpet and I'd play in these bands and stuff. And every night it was 20 miles further towards Placerville. And so
you knew about the
I
parties.
knew about the parties and stuff. And I told it like it was.
But then he invited me. Neither one of us can remember how he ever got me to go out with him. And we went to a movie. And didn't we have a little kid with us?
Yeah, that was Levetta's.
Was it Levetta's?
Levetta's.
That was the neighbor across the street.
Our mutual friend or something.
And she's in the back behind us, and we were sitting there watching the movie. And the little kid says something about
it was a drive-in movie, you know, where you used to bring the cars up and sit in your. And I had a Model A, and I had a 4-banger, 4-cylinder engine in that thing. Yeah, we were in good shape.
Fancy car. Yeah, and this little kid said something about, oh, are you going to kiss her? I don't even remember if you did.
I don't know if I did or not either.
But then when I got home, and he drops me off, and my mom was sitting there waiting to make sure I'd gotten home at the right time and everything. And I walked in and she said, well, so how was your date? And I said, fine. I'm going to marry him. I went off to my room and went to bed.
I don't know why she said that. She never told me about it. And I didn't have any warning.
We were 16.
And why she said that threat. No idea.
Yeah.
I brought that up. Except she probably liked my style in cars.
Yeah, that was it, probably.
1932 Model A.